Hello and welcome to Outside Views. I'm Mark, and today we're diving into a topic that's incredibly important for many British citizens, especially those living or planning to live in the EU. Is the NHS still enough? Well, before Brexit, navigating healthcare in the EU as a British citizen was relatively straightforward, largely thanks to reciprocal agreements and the European Health Insurance Card, or EHIC. However, the UK's departure from the EU significantly altered these rules, introducing a new layer of complexity that can easily catch people out. Understanding these changes is absolutely vital to avoid any stressful and potentially costly healthcare challenges while living in an EU member state. So, let's break down this new landscape. The healthcare system across EU member states vary considerably, from state-funded models similar to the NHS to insurance-based systems where you pay upfront and claim back. Post-Brexit, the automatic access many Brits enjoyed has changed. For short-term visits, the UK Global Health Insurance Card, or GHIC, has largely replaced the EHIC. If you have an existing EHIC, it remains valid until its expiry date, but for new applications or renewals, it's the GHIC you'll receive. The GHIC allows you to access medically necessary state healthcare in EU countries on the same basis as a resident of that country. Medically necessary means treatment that cannot reasonably wait until you return home. But remember, this isn't a substitute for travel insurance, and it won't cover private medical care or repatriation. For British immigrants living in the EU, the situation is more nuanced. If you were living in an EU country before January 1st, 2021, you are covered by the withdrawal agreement. Your rights to healthcare are generally protected, often through an S1 form. And this form essentially means the UK is responsible for your healthcare costs in your country of residence, granting you access to state healthcare on the same terms as a national. However, for new arrivals, the rules are very different. You'll typically need to integrate into the local healthcare system, which might involve paying social security contributions or arranging private health insurance. And we've heard numerous anecdotes of British immigrants facing challenges, from unexpected bills because they didn't understand what their GHIC covered, to long waits to register with local doctors, or even being denied certain treatments without adequate local registration or private insurance. And these real-life experiences underscore the importance of preparation. And let's talk about the money side of things, the cost of healthcare. Before Brexit, the EHIC often meant that for short visits, urgent care was free or low cost, just like for locals. And now, while the GHIC aims for similar reciprocal access for necessary treatment, it's crucial to understand that not all state healthcare is free in every EU country, even for their own residents. You might still face co-payments or charges that you wouldn't in the UK. For British immigrants, the cost implications are far more significant. If you're not covered by an S1 form or local social security system, you'll be responsible for the full cost of your healthcare. And this is where health insurance becomes incredibly important, moving from a nice to have to an absolute necessity. Private health insurance can be expensive, with premiums varying wildly based on age, pre-existing conditions, and the level of cover. It's essential to shop around, compare policies, and ensure your chosen insurance covers all your needs, including chronic conditions or specific treatments you might require. Resources like what you would call expat forums or local government health websites and independent financial advisors specializing in immigration services can be valuable in finding affordable and reliable healthcare options. It's about being proactive and understanding your financial exposure. Beyond the practicalities, there's the legal framework of your rights and responsibilities. British citizens covered by the withdrawal agreement have specific rights to healthcare access in their EU country of residence. And it's crucial to understand these rights and how they are applied locally. For those not covered by the agreement, your rights will depend entirely on your visa status, your residency permit, and local healthcare laws. Your responsibilities include ensuring that you are a legally resident, registered with the appropriate authorities, and have adequate healthcare cover, whether through local contributions or private insurance. Failing to meet these obligations can lead to significant financial penalties or denial of treatment. The key here once again is to stay informed. Government websites, both UK and the specific EU country you reside in, are your primary sources for up-to-date information. Don't rely solely on what you hear from friends or social media, even from me. Rules can change and individual circumstances vary. And proactivity is essential. Register correctly, apply for the right documents, and regularly review your healthcare arrangements. Looking ahead, the complexities of healthcare access for Brits in the EU are likely to remain a significant consideration. And the key takeaways are clear. Always carry a valid GHIC for short trips, understand its limitations, and critically, if you are living in the EU, know your residency status and the local healthcare requirements inside out. And seek relevant information from official sources like the gov.uk website, the NHS BSA, and the healthcare authorities in your EU country of residence. These are invaluable. And consult with healthcare professionals or financial advisors specializing in those services for personalized guidance tailored to your specific situation. And I want to empower you to navigate this new landscape with confidence. But what have your experiences been with healthcare in the EU since Brexit? Have you faced any unexpected challenges or found brilliant solutions? Share your stories, advice, and questions in the comments below. And let's foster a community where British immigrants can support each other in understanding and accessing the healthcare they need. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Outside Views for more essential information, and hit, of course, that notification bell. So thanks for watching and enjoy your journeys knowing you are prepared. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen.